gotta be drawn by heart, not by fear. The hard part is finding something that really inspires you. Any project can feel too big when you think about it. But if you don't think about it too much and you just go with where your heart is, then projects seem to be more successful. I'm Tyler Stableford. I'm a director and a photographer in Western Colorado. I've filmed whale sharks underwater. I've filmed on top of high altitude summits and ice climbs and dirt biking and F-16 fighter pilots. But shooting dancers in a studio is like nothing I've done before. This photo shoot started as a personal project. I was really interested in shooting with the dancers of the Aspen Santa Fe Ballet. I want to do something that's at a high level, something that's going to really push me as an artist.
1, 2, 3.
The appealing thing about ballet is the combination of athleticism coupled with grace and poise. That aspect really spoke to me, this alchemy of something that's magical. This project most likely came just from having studied a lot of fine art imagery, nudes, fashion, celebrity photography. Edgar Degas' work with ballerinas, and the light that he uses and the form, it's the pinnacle. I'm aiming for that pinnacle. Getting access to shoot this project took a lot of time. We had about 4 months of introductions before we actually got to the studio shoot. We had months of emails back and forth with the marketing director and the artistic director. And eventually, they opened their arms, let me come in, film behind the scenes, and then we executed a magnificent big one-day studio shoot. And now this project is culminating in a series of large gallery prints.
Tyler was going up every day for about 2 weeks, photographing them in practice. To be able to see them perform live is really important as well. To show that you're not just gonna show up and photograph for one day shows that you're the real deal.
So a super exciting secondary part of this project is a series of images in pure black and white of the dancers training. And this, I think, is necessary. We could never have this type of perfect moments if we didn't have hours and days and months and years of training and training and training. And that's what these images show.
It's really important to create a personal relationship with any subject because there's a layer of trust that you need to really get to a certain level of creativity.
One of the big parts of this ballet project was figuring out what we were going to do for lighting. What's most captivating, but also what's most timeless. We worked with one Elinchrom ELB 1200 light, and then a light motive indirect Octabank, just beautiful light source, no reflectors. We should draw the viewer's eye. Up a bit. So much about dance is about levity. And that's where the overhead light is so powerful. If you see a lot of these images, people are reaching up into the sky, and it's the light that's drawing the viewer and it's drawing the dancer upward.
This is all great. This is what I imagined.
The timing was imperative. We would have the dancers do one move over and over and over until we felt like it was perfect.
Minute positioning of the dancers, forward or back, depending on whether they're male, female, whether we want beauty, more feminine light, or chiseled masculine light that's rippling on their abs. And those are just small differences of maybe 6 inches or 12 inches in front of the light. It's important as a photographer to think about what lens you're using, and the reason is the lens is what sculpts the emotion. The 85mm f1.4 was the one lens that I could shoot both full body from the back and also portraiture. I wouldn't have to change lenses. It wouldn't interrupt my creative process.
What that gave us was a very compact, flattering image. It brought out the details of the abs, it brought out the details of the hair, it brought out the details and the color of the dresses. With that 85, we're also able to slightly blur out the foreground, slightly blur out the background while having the dancers be tack sharp.
I wanted enough megapixels that this could work as a fine art shoot. We can take the prints, 3 feet by 5 feet, as big as we want. And so I went with a 5D Mark IV. It's got over 30 megapixels, super fine detail, nice dynamic range. This is great light that was coming down. Ethan and I are going through these images time and time again and looking at every square, corner, section, pixel, and then just layers upon layers of skin toning, light, shadow sculpting, trying to find just the right balance of lighting on a dancer's fingertips to their cheeks, to their chest.
Tyler's attention to detail just seems so many levels above anything I've seen. He notices like the most minute things. So from toning to printing, we've probably spent a good 100 hours in post on this project.
That's great. Warmth in the skin tones and then the kind of the cooler blues. It's really nice.
You'd be hard pressed to look at these photos and not be awestruck. They evoke a sense of wonder, of beauty, of power.
The highest compliments I can give myself is like, oh man, this image of Anna in the tutu, it feels like a Degas painting. The most important person I'm showing this work to is each individual dancer. The greatest thing I can give them is a really finely crafted image. Not one I just cranked out, but like I put my heart into it.
I love it. It does make me happy.
This is something that we co-created. They've brought a lifetime of professional dancing, and they brought their heat. They brought it all. I want to bring my very best, and that's my gift to them.
This is so cool.